Well, good morning from a very foggy Hortense Lake. It is Sunday, August 4th, and it is a bit chilly out. I actually slept with my toque on and both of my long sleeves that I brought, and it was nice and cozy warm, but it is pretty damp out this morning. Well, I have a couple options for breakfast this morning, and one of the things I brought was honey. Because I think it should be okay for my colitis issues, and an English muffin. So English muffins I toast generally in the pan. I just butter them and kind of fry them, but the best way to toast an English muffin is on the fire. And since, today isn't a super heavy day of travel because I did that portage yesterday, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to make a little fire and toast the English muffins on the grill that I brought. So, alright, so my English muffins are perfectly toasted, nice and crunchy, and I'm going to put my honey on them and enjoy my breakfast with this beautiful view. Okay, I've got my English muffin. I'm not sure if you put butter and honey. I don't eat butter. Oh, well, my butter's hard as a rock. So. Honey. So this is 100% natural creamed honey. And I had to stand there for a while in the store and read about the creamed honey because I can't have cream or dairy. And I was like, do they put cream in it? Because I don't know much about honey. But anyways, I guess there's a couple of different ways that you can process the honey. And one of the ways is by spinning it, I think. Probably wrong on this. I just read it in the grocery store really quick. And that creams it, so it makes it like really thick looking. It's spreading on here really nice because it's cool out. It's very thick. And so it's not running all over the place. It's just spreading really nicely on my nice warm English muffin. Bon appetit. It's so much better than frying the bread in the pan. Well, it is 8 o'clock and I've got all my stuff down there packed up and ready to go. Just need to do the string on the canoe and let it into the water and put my stuff in, and then I am on my way. I am heading into Dorothy right now. At the end of Hortense, where I was yesterday, there's a 250 meter portage into Dorothy, and then from Dorothy I've got like a little creek down. I think there's like an 85 meter portage into Naismith, and then I'm on the Nasmith Creek for a while. I think there's another 100 meter portage, and then maybe 200 meters to the campsite. So we'll see. There's a waterfall. It's supposed to be a beautiful campsite, so I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm on my way. Let's get going. Goodbye, awesome campsite. You were wonderful, and I appreciate you letting me stay here. I think I have like a kilometer or two to paddle. It's not very far. It's not a big lake. It's so pretty though. I'm just looking all around at all the beautiful scenery and hoping to see a moose pop its head up somewhere, or a deer, or anything really. I'd be happy with a frog, but nothing so far. Alright, I have arrived at the portage from Hortense into Dorothy, 250 meters. I don't know if that portage was 300 meters or not, but compared to the ones yesterday, it was a total dream. Is a total dream. Still on it. Just brought the canoe over. It took me about 7 minutes, I think. And going back to get the pack. Dorothy Lake is quite beautiful. Got two loons here right at the start of the lake that have been calling. They don't seem to like me very much. Maybe they have babies. About to get in the canoe and take off. Oh, it's another beautiful day here in Temagami. Doesn't get any better than this. Oh, there was indeed a baby loon. There are 3 of them there. Swimming along. And this is why I wear my water shoes today. It's time to get out. Well, that wasn't quite as easy as it looked, but I got over it eventually. Just in this super shallow water now, paddling towards the Nasmith Creek. And over we go. Well, that one was much easier. I almost feel like I should just get out of the canoe and walk, but let's see what happens. Put my bug shirt on. It was much needed here. Well, this little waterway has opened up quite a bit. I'm happy with that. Just munching on some kielbasa here. I'm already got the tummy grumbles. I think it's about 9:30, something like that. Well, I've come to the end of the waterway and I'm not supposed to be. I thought maybe I could go through here, but it doesn't look like it. Alright, well, I've gone about 3 or 4 different little inlets. I did find some water. It's here. This is all closed off. Basically, my canoe's right up over there on the other side of those bushes. So the water's here, and yes, I could get the canoe here, but then what? I've got a tree here, another tree there, another tree there. This place is bug infested. Let's see if I can get up on this and see if I can get any type of view here. Yeah, and I see some light over there, but I mean, I don't know if this is the right way. I don't know how far it goes. I don't see any other waterways through here. There is another way to get to the Naismith on the other side of Dorothy. There's a 250 meter portage. So I'm gonna go find that and do that, because this just isn't gonna do. I'm a little disappointed, but like I said, I have an easy day today. Ha ha ha. Easy in Temagami means challenges you never expected. Alright, sadly I am back in the canoe and back to where I was on Dorothy Lake. And I'm gonna go have to find this portage, and hopefully I can get through that way. And it'll be a little bit longer, but at least I had a lot of time today. Well, I have found the portage. There's even a little sign, thanks FOT. And guess I'm adding a 245 meter portage to my day today. Not a big deal. I'm gonna go get it done. Alright, well, so far this surprise portage is good. Nothing crazy. And hopefully there's water at the other end of it. Oh boy. Always a surprise in Temagami. Always a surprise. Wouldn't have it any other way. Oh yes, it's great coming around the corner and seeing this. Water. All right, I'm going to get my pack. Scooter bum. Bugs are out on this portage. They're not as bad as they were over in that swamp. I would have gotten eaten alive. I may not have found my way out, so I could have gotten lost in there. And I could have gotten a certain distance, you know, spent hours there or an hour there and struggled, and then still not gotten through and had to go back and come this way. So sometimes you have to make the smart decision, and it's only 300-meter portage. Like, what's the big deal? I couldn't help myself yesterday. I just had a couple here and there on the portages. I would like pop 2 in my mouth and suck on them for a while I was walking. Such a nice treat. And I had maybe 10 or 15 in total the entire day. And nothing happened. I didn't die, so I'm doing the same thing today. It's really, really nice to have this little treat as you're walking along. Oh, I hear something walking. Please be a moose. Please still be there when I get there. All right, I'm on Naismith, and I'm all packed up and ready to go. Oh, it's so pretty. And the sound I heard was not something walking, it was a little beaver dam that I gotta go through. A couple scratches on the canoe here. Sorry, Zach. Sorry. Sorry, H2O. It's still stuck. So got a couple little, I don't know what they're called. I wouldn't say rapids, but a couple of little guys. Alright. It's like a ride at Disney World, except it's free. Okay. This is so much fun, except for the scraping sound underneath the canoe when I'm too low. A lot of it has been good. I think in a couple weeks you could even do this trip. Got a lot of stuff like this, I just have to kind of pull the canoe over. Yeah, I'm standing on top of the log. Thought I would get out over here. Jump out, and the water is deeper than it looks, first of all. And then it's like sucky mucky mushy sand, and it just kept going down. Went right up to my my crotch, and I was like, no, this is too deep. So I paddled right beside the log. Alright, this little section has been a little bit more deep, so I've probably gotten out about 7 times now since I got off the portage to lift my canoe over either through shallow water or more so over logs and beaver dams and stuff like that. Well, it's 11:30. I'm still paddling along, and I'm getting much closer to the spot that I would have come out from the other route from Dorothy, which I couldn't get through. It just goes to show you, you can't plan everything when you're in Temagami. You just kind of gotta leave a lot of time open, because today I said, well, I'm gonna have an easy day. I got this, and this going on, and you know, it totally changed. I don't know what that is, but it's not happy I'm here. It's loud. Scared me. Alright, well, it's 11:40, and I'm just passing the little waterway that comes from Dorothy. That's it right there, according to my map. And There's a part of me that really wants to go up it just to see where it comes out, but I ain't got time for that. Well, I'm just approaching the 85-meter portage. Sounds like there's a waterfall that I'd be going around, I guess. Can't see it quite yet, but I will be there very soon. Put my camera down because I don't want to go missing. Oh, this is fun. I was gonna try to actually go down it and I got stuck on a rock and I was like, I really want to do it. I'm like, how hard could it be? But I'll probably get stuck on a rock and poop over and crack my head open, so I'm just gonna walk along. I got the ropes, so I can't film this though, sorry. Okay, I stopped on this rock. I got super freaked out. That water is moving really fast. It was pushing the boat, so I just pulled it up on the rock. But I think if I put the boat back in right here, see where it's not like crazy squishy like there? I could just kind of down to there. It's just that end part that I'm worried about. There's a lot of rocks, but I'll probably just walk it through there. So I can't find a portage. I walked through there. And I thought, well, I'll find the portage and I'll just do it the rest of the way. It might be on the other side. I didn't see a sign anywhere for a portage. This is quite comical. I really wish I could film this because you guys would be laughing your heads off. I just had the canoe stuck, wedged in between both sides on the rocks. I had to lift the bum up so that it would get pushed by the current and turn around because it was backwards. I'm almost there. Remember that time you thought you were going to have a really easy day in Temagami? Yeah, no. So I decided to walk through. There's some rocks here and get to the end and put my stuff. So I carried the small backpack and my fishing rod and my water. And then I thought, I'll bring the big backpack. But as I'm going, I'm like, oh, you can do the boat at the same time. So, turn the boat sideways, and I'm carrying it, lifting it over, walking, lifting, moving, walking. Then I get to this tree. The top of the pack did not want to go under that tree. I was literally laying down there in the water, in those rocks, underneath the canoe. Oh my gosh, this is the worst. But it was fun and exciting too, so whatever. You gotta mix the good with the bad, right? Love a good challenge. Thanks, Temagami. Another one under my belt. Woohoo! I made it. That only took me 45 minutes. That wasn't bad. And I stubbed my toe, whacked the knuckle of my ankle on a rock. And almost got trapped under the canoe, under a log. Other than that, it was awesome. Oh, fun. Well, I'm like 20 strokes past the waterfalls and I've got another liftover. It never seems to end. Once again, the trees are helping me. Blocking me and helping me. I guess if it wasn't blocking me, it would need to help me, but it was pretty deep here, and it's kind of hard to jump out of a canoe when there's no bottom, and then plus how was I going to get up on top of this log, right? So I stood on this tree over here and climbed. That's why I climbed trees as a kid, see? Now I'm here and I'm gonna shoot the canoe over and then I can get in on the other side. All right, well, it's almost 1 o'clock and I'm clearly not gonna make it to my campsite for lunch, so I'm hungry. I just opened up that package of tuna and put it on a wrap here. I'm just gonna wrap it up and eat it while I'm paddling along, and yeah. delicious. I'm hungry. So all this extra work today I didn't plan on doing. This is definitely a new one, I have to say. I don't think I've ever done a liftover over a big pile of sand before. This creek is truly evil. I've been trying to eat my lunch for the last half hour. Every, 10 feet, it's like a beaver dam, a liftover, another liftover. Oh, sand. Oh, no, it's not sand, it's quicksand. Alright, well, just after another liftover, I got this big, massive, honking liftover. Just ran into 4 people who were basically doing my loop in reverse. They just stayed on the campsite that I'm heading to. And they said this is the worst of the leftovers, at least, but there are quite a few still on the way. So, something to look forward to. Yep. Canoeing at its finest. I have no idea how they got this their packs over. They made it look so easy. I thought there was land here, and there isn't. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Get my pack out. I need to put it back in. Kind of thinking I should do it right now, and then just slide it off this log. Again, something I wish I could film for you, but I can't. My map says there's brook trout, so I fished, but there's no brook trout. There's none. They didn't bite my line anyway, so I'm gonna paddle a bit more and maybe I'll try a little ways down. Paddling today has been quite the adventure and quite the challenge, and you know, I have mixed feelings. I hate it, but I love it. A lot of leftovers, ridiculous amount of leftovers, and some of them were very tricky, but fun and challenging and interesting, and I thought I beat my sight hours ago. It's just normal now. I can't imagine how many are going to be on the Obabika River. It's like 18 kilometers. This is crazy. It's a really cool tree bridge. I want to film it, but I can't because I'm fishing. Oh, no fair. She said the other one was the hardest one. Ugh. I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can get the canoe under there. Alright, here we go again. See you in a bit. Well, it's almost 3 o'clock. I'm still on the Naismith River, Creek. I've been paddling and paddling, and I'm really, really happy because I've actually been paddling the last little bit. There were a couple just like easy liftovers that I managed to kind of push through that I didn't have to get out, and a few beaver dams, same. So it's actually been really nice this last, I'd say maybe 15-20 minutes, because I've just been paddling. And before that it was like, I don't know, every 3 or 4 minutes there was an obstruction that you had to get up and do some gymnastics and walk on a balance beam, and it's been fun, that's for sure. I am just getting up to the 100-meter portage very soon, I think. Who knows though? I mean, a 3-tiered tree dam could pop up right in front of me, and that would take me who knows how long to get through before I get there, so you just don't know. I've been traveling for 7 hours now, almost, and I'm pretty tired. Haven't seen any moose, any wildlife. I did do some fishing. I've not had any luck, unfortunately, which is normal for me. All right, I found the portage. Yay. There's fast moving water. There must be some nice waterfalls here. Even the teeny tiny portages in Temagami are a challenge. I had no idea how I was supposed to get the canoe up here. I had a heck of a time and more scratches. So, oh well. There's the waterfalls over there, and I can't really see the trail, but I'm gonna go find it, and I'm gonna take the bag first, just to be safe. What it is with me today, I can't seem to find any portages. I saw the sign, and it was great, and then I started walking, and I couldn't find a trail. I found this little faint line, but I'm not sure if it's a trail. Alright, I'm on the other side. Beautiful waterfalls there, and I just got a little bit more paddling to do, and then I should hit the next portage, which should take me to my campsite. So I'm so excited to get there. It's been a long day, which was, I thought, going to be a short day. Imagine if I didn't do that portage yesterday and I had to do that. Oh, I would be so miserable right now, and I'd be way back there. Alright, I'm in the last little section of the creek. Deerfly Creek, I'm going to call it, because I'm covered in deer flies right now. Yeah, the last little section before the portage into wherever the campsite is. See it there hiding in the tree? I totally missed it. I went right past it. Alright, let's go. Ready to get it done. Ready to set up my tent and sit down, read my book, and go for a swim. There it is. Alright, here we go. So it was a surprise. Just when I went to get out of the boat, there's just a little narrow opening to get up. So I put the boat sideways so I could climb out, because it's like shallow and then it goes deep. And you know, it's not like I'm not wet already, but whatever. Anyways, I went to get out, my foot slipped, and I don't know if you can see that, but I had a little butt cleanse anyways. What a day. What a day. Can't even say how happy I am to see this sign right now. I don't even want to go back and get my canoe. I'm just going to leave it there. I don't need it yet. I'm not really very fond of having a campsite that... Ouch! Stubbed my toe. That was great. Ow. Campsite on a portage. But I really can't see anybody else coming through here. Yeah, what a view. That is sweet. I might set my tent up out here. Well, it's 4:12 and just over 8 hours since I left my campsite on Hortense. Didn't think it was going to be a long day at all. And here I am. Typical Temagami fashion. Campsite's kind of cool. It's certainly different. It's on a portage, so it totally freaks me out that someone can just walk right through here, but in the same sense, I know that the chances of that happening are pretty small right now. However, there were people staying on this campsite last night, and if I would have had my route one day different, tonight I would have come to this campsite and those people would have been here. And the night before, when I camped on Wakimika, those boys from Wabin. That's where they were headed. So they might have been there. So it's really weird, just like a day's difference. It is 6:35 and I am super duper hungry. I have today spaghetti and tomato sauce, OTG meals. I do have another meal to prepare, a shrimp pasta, but I don't feel like cooking today. I'm going to pour this boiling water right here into this pouch here. I'm going to wait 15 minutes and then I'm going to eat, and it's going to be delicious. I can't wait. All right, my pasta alarm dingled. I'm really excited to try it and eat it because I'm hungry. So the spaghetti is just little pieces. Bring it up closer. Just little pieces of spaghetti, and there's some chunks of tomato in it and tomato sauce. I am so hungry. Oh, it's good. I expected it to be the same sauce as the one with the spiral pasta, but it tastes a little different. And that sauce did have meat in it, and this one doesn't. This one has tomatoes in it, so it's really good. Another awesome meal from OTG. I'm pretty impressed with these meals. I can't wait to try more. I'm gonna go eat. Alright, so somebody has been asking me to show my little privy setups way in the back of the forest behind the campsite. I brought 3 of the logs that were there. There were small ones and then one of the bigger ones that was chopped. I'm here, I'm just actually digging my hole deeper right now, but got a hole behind there, and I'm gonna dig it a little bit more till it's nice and deep, and put this stick here so that I have kind of a railing to kind of lower me down and lift me up, because it's pretty low on the ground for an old lady like me. Here's the fire pit area, aka my kitchen. There's the fire pit. I'm not gonna have a fire tonight. I'm not gonna use that. And over there I got my hammock. And then everything else is through here. There's a path that goes to the waterfalls, and you see my tent over there. So I'm gonna hang out in the hammock for a little bit and read some of my book. I don't know how much I'm gonna read before I conk out, but I'm gonna give it a try. Yeah. I read a good amount of my book tonight. I'm really happy. I think I read like 3 or 4 chapters. I'm not a big reader, so it was good, and I didn't do the sleepy thing today, which was weird because I should be tired, but I had a pretty good sleep last night. I think I went to bed at 9:30, and I didn't get up till 6, and I only got up once at 2:30 to go to the bathroom, so that was really good. But I'm gonna go take my hammock down and hang up the food bag and start getting ready to go to bed. I'm not sure if you're gonna hear me with the sound of the waterfalls. Since no one should be around for like kilometers and kilometers, it's okay for me to be loud. But I don't like being loud. I also don't like loud. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to sleep with the sound of these falls rushing right beside me. Some people think they're soothing, but after a while I'm like, okay, turn them off. Anyway, really good day. It was a good day. Didn't turn out how I thought it would. Day usually never does when I'm in Temagami, and that's kind of what I like about it. Really enjoyed the challenges of all the liftovers. I'm sure I'm going to experience a lot more of those on the rest of my 2 days here. There were a couple challenging moments for sure. Yeah, when I couldn't get through at the end of Dorothy, right at the start of the day, and then I had to go around, and it took me like an extra 2 hours to get to the spot that I would have been if I would have just went through, but I couldn't find the way through. So, and then missing that portage on the rapids, that was kind of crazy because I had to go through them, and that took forever. What are you gonna do? I still enjoyed the challenges. I still love Temagami. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the day with me today. If you came along on my adventure, I'm so glad that you did. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm rambling. Good night.